referring to the relationship the devotee has with the Lord. For those of you who are on the Kirtan Seva group or the shop service group, sent in on WhatsApp, you can pull it up. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai मैं नहीं तोड़ू जो तुम तोड़ा मैं नहीं तोड़ू तुम तोड़ा मैं नहीं तोड़ू तुमसे तोड़ता मुझसे जोड़ू मुझसे तोड़ू मुझसे जोड़ू श्री राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम कृष्ण हनुमान श्री राम नवमी महामहोत्सव की हरे कृष्ण।
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna, thank you everyone for being with us. Wish you all a very very happy Ram Navami. Bolo Shri Ram Bhagavan ki Jai. Bolo Shri Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki Jai. Hare Krishna, His Holiness Dayananda Maharaj is giving class. We humbly request everyone to be please patient, be quiet and pay attention to Maharaj lecture. So please do so. Thank you so much. Really appreciate for your attention. Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Devaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
So welcome to this evening's celebration of Ram Navami. This is the day that Lord Ramachandra appeared in this world. If you want to talk, then there's no problem. Just if you go outside, it'll be a lot easier. Just a little bit of austerity. I know it's an austerity listening to me, but for 40 minutes, that's all. See if we can keep his ears open and his mouth shut, and then that'll solve the whole problem. So this is a verse from the from the 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 10, text number 12. Sakyam Vidaya Tapibir Taisaka Chimtahai Udvata Vipali Nihase Lavachan Gendra Shayan Yahir Vetam Agata Samanuja Shabhava Shir Chandrihi. So this is translation. Lord Ramachandra, whose lotus feet are worshipped by Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, had assumed the form of a human being. Thus he performed the funeral ceremony of Jatayu, who was killed by Ravan. The Lord then killed a demon named Kabanda, and after making friends with the monkey chiefs, killing Vali, and arranging for the deliverance of Mother Sita, he went to the beach of the ocean. Purport. When Ravan kidnapped Sita, he was obstructed on the way by Jatayu, a large bird, but the powerful Ravan defeated Jatayu in the fight and cut his wings. When Ramachandra was searching for Sita, he found Jatayu almost dead and was informed that Sita had been carried off by Ravan. When Jatayu died, Lord Ramachandra did the duty of a son by performing the funeral ceremony, and then he made friends with the monkeys to deliver Sita Devi. Omeganti Virandasya Garanjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Nalitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasad Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Auravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastatya Veshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasti Gaura Bhatta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, this is the 9th canto, and it briefly explains the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra, very briefly actually. And I think there's about 18 to 20,000 verses in the Ramayana, and within, one chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, it explains everything, so we can see how condensed it is. And so this is actually, this part, killing the monkey soldiers of the Varanas, is where this talk should end, because we want to discuss the integrity of Lord Ramachandra. Lord Ramachandra is called Mayad Purushottam. So that means, Purushottam means a super excellent, supreme person. And Mayad means boundaries or restrictions within which we should actually live in this world. And so Lord Ramachandra is specifically known for following Dharma very, very carefully. And, he said he followed it so carefully that everybody wanted to live in his kingdom. And Prabhupada explained that everybody wants to live in Lord Ramachandra's kingdom, or in a kingdom like Lord Ramachandra, but nobody wants to follow the rules and regulations. And so if we, it's very instructive to follow his pastimes, because they're very outstanding for everybody, no matter whether we're actually a pure Vaishnava or somebody who's just starting the path of morality. It helps us to understand how we should act. And so this is called integrity. So there's different levels of integrity. Integrity amongst thieves, right? What's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine. This is integrity amongst thieves. But no, integrity, what does it mean? It means to be wholesome. It means to be true to who we really are, to actually what our values are, we actually externally put them into practice. We're not a hypocrite. And so depending on a person's development in life through the Vedic scriptures, then they'll have different levels of integrity. And the supreme integrity is to have integrity, that which is within is actually Krishna, the super soul. So when we start to, see the super soul within and follow his instructions from without, from the spiritual master and the Supreme Lord, then this is real integrity. So we're very fortunate that we're able to listen to the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra. Very few people are here compared to the whole of the population of Manchester. But we take it for granted, it becomes a rote thing, we do it daily. But this is actually a big fault. So this is one of the main reasons we hear Vaishnava philosophy. If we hear the philosophy, every time we're woken up, whoa, wait a minute, this is what I should be doing. And then so this is the Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya Bhagavati Tamashlokya Bhakti Bhavasinaistati. Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu. Nearly all the inauspicious things in our hearts, lust, anger, greed, illusion, what else? Anybody remember any more? Greed, envy, all these things are there, and the material world nourishes them. And so it says, by hearing regularly, then all these inauspicious things are almost destroyed. Almost. Why almost? Because we have a material body. Whenever we have a material body, the body and the mind, the material mind, will be dragging us back to
material consciousness. So we have to keep topping up. So we're going to try and top up a little bit tonight. And this is, so integrity. Where does Lord Chaitanya show integrity? Anybody, any comments on that? Any ideas? First one that comes to mind is that, Maharaj Dasharath, Rama was 16 years old, only 16. It's just like blossoming youth, not fully developed yet, strong, but still a few years to go. When you get to 18, 19, 20, it starts to come to full strength. And but Vishwamitra visited the Maharaj Dasharath, Ram's father. And usually when a sage comes, you wash his feet, you pour the water over your householders, over the family, and you feed him nicely and ask him, what would you like? What can we give you? And Vishwamitra, he would have given him anything. He's a Kshatriya, this is a Dharma, to be very, very generous. And he said, give me Ram. And he was so attached to Ram, he tried to actually get out of it, and Vishwamitra became very angry. He said, you're a Kshatriya, don't disgrace your lineage. And so, eventually Dasharath gave him his son. But actually, Lord Ramachandra, when he knew what he had to do, he'd already made his mind up that I have to keep the integrity of my father, and show integrity myself by doing the right thing. So it's not always easy. In fact, life is not easy. If you follow life properly, human form of life is full of an effort to become integral with what we should do, what we know we should do. Any others? What?
Goes to the forest on exile.
Went to the forest, yeah. Lord Ramachandra, Dasharath, when he was asked by he was asked, send Ram to the forest for 14 years, and my son Lakshman, so he should take the throne. And so, when he heard that, his heart was broken. And he couldn't actually tell Ram, he was so heartbroken. But Ram understood from his companions that this is what Kekai wants Dasharath to do. And so he didn't sort of think, oh, well, wait a minute, that's a bit heavy. I haven't done anything wrong. Go to the forest for 14 years. Can you imagine going to the forest for 14 years? Whew. All you can eat is roots and berries. Roots and berries, and then sleep on the hard floor. Oh, wait a minute, no, you can put some dry leaves down. This is luxury, dry leaves. What else? Wind and rain, snow, no snow, I don't think, not that at all. Wind, rain, that's enough. Who would like to go to the forest? Put your hands up. We've got one here, take his name. And so Lord Ramachandra immediately said, no problem. He didn't think twice. This is why he's called Maharaj Purushottam. He set the example. And also his associates also set the example. Sita sets the example by following his instructions, by following him to the forest. She didn't have to. Lord Ramachandra really argued against it. Eventually Sita said, my father, when we were married, my father said that I should actually go with you through difficulty and good times. So now it's difficult, I'm obliged to go with you. So Ram couldn't argue. This is integrity. I want to tell a story actually about when Noah went to the forest, he eventually he met Sugriva. Sugriva was living in one sage's ashram, I forget his name now. Anybody remember? Makara. Okay. Makara, yeah. So, and you know, the reason is that Vali was the elder brother of Sugriva, and one day Sugriva and Vali, their kingdom, Vali was the king, he was the older brother. This demon attacked the village, and so they managed to fend him off, and they chased him into a cave. And Vali said, "You stay here, Sugriva, I'll go into the cave and I'll kill the demon. I'll be back out soon." And so he says, "Don't you move until I come back out." And so after maybe half an hour, so he has blood-curdling scream. And he thought, oh, now the demon's dead. So, you know, obviously, Vali would come straight back out, right? And another half an hour, 5 hours, a day, 2 days, no sign of Vali. So what do you think he would be thinking? What do you think he would be thinking? That maybe Vali is dead. And then he became, then his mind got to it. You know, when the mind gets to something, it always makes things better, doesn't it? Yeah? It's always improved things, is that right? No. And he convinced himself Vali is dead. So somehow they roll this big, huge boulder. You got some of the villagers that roll the boulder over there. So the demon couldn't come out again. And then he didn't want to take the throne, but the villagers said, "Well, you're the king. You have to be the king now." And so Sugriva reluctantly took that post. And eventually Vali made his way to the entrance. And when he saw the stone across the front of the entrance, he thought, "That rascal, he's locked me into this cave so that he can take over my kingdom." What do you think of that? Is that a good analysis? What would you do? What do you think the same? Hey, the mind again, isn't it? The mind's the devil's workshop. And so somehow or other he managed to actually get out of that cave. And when he approached the village, Sugriva saw him coming and he was like overwhelmed with ecstasy. He said, "Oh my God, he's alive." And he started running towards Vali. And Vali started running towards Sugriva. But he was in a different mode. And he just started beating Sugriva. He was going to kill him. And Sugriva had to run for his life. And so Vali, he was so angry that he took Sugriva's wife and children and adopted them for himself. And he chased Vali everywhere to try and kill him, murder him. And so Sugriva was now in this hermitage. And so Lord Ramachandra said, "Okay, we'll do a deal. We'll do a deal." Okay. He says, I'll kill Vali. You know, he's actually an offender. He's took your wife. He's tried to murder you. If you tell me, if you can find Sita. And so Sita had been stolen by Ravan and taken to Lanka, but they didn't know that. And so Sugriva made a plan. He sent some of the Varanas to the north, some to the east, some to the west, some to the south. And the one he sent to the south was Hanuman, Jambavan, and Angar. Angar was Vali's son. And when Valley died, he realised his fault, and so he repented and he asked Sugriva, you take the position of the king, but you look after Tara, my wife, and you treat Angad, my son, with affection. So Sugriva was so affectionate to Angad that, Angad started to forget that his father had been killed by his brother. Obviously, when that happens, there's going to be some real pain in the heart and, remorse. And so he sent he sent Hanuman, Angad, and Jambavan to the south with a group, and they were given a month to actually find or come by, and they went over the month. They couldn't find Sita, and so they were all dejected, and so Angad started to play on his mind too much again. He was doing too much thinking, and he thought, when we go back to the camp, Sugriva, he said the ones who are late will be punished. He'll probably execute us. He'll execute me because he did that with my father. So it turned his mind completely. He was thinking and thinking, and he came to a conclusion that the best thing to do than go back and be executed by Sugriva is to actually, give up my body here. And so he was talking with the other Varanas. Some of the Varanas took his side and said, yeah, that's what we should do. Other Varanas, they decided to follow Hanuman's advice. Hanuman was trying to give good advice that no, everything's okay, giving good arguments, but, and God wouldn't actually accept them. And so, to cut a long story short, they started fasting, in the lotus position. I don't know what position it was, but it's described in the Ramayana. And after some time, this bird came along with no wings. He called him Sampati. And actually Sampati was the older brother of Jatayu. Jatayu was a vulture, they were both vultures. And Jatayu was the one who saw Ravan taking Sita to the away. He didn't know where they were going, and so he's a great devotee of Lord Ramachandra, Jatayu. And so even though Ravan was so powerful, there's nobody in this universe as powerful as he was. But he did integrity, even at the risk of his life. He attacked Ravan, and he was actually starting to get the top side of Ravan as well. But then Ravan, he used his mystic power and he cut off both wings of Jatayu and fell to the floor. And then Lord Ramachandra came along, and just before he died, he actually he didn't have time to tell him. He just told him that Ravan took Sita to the south. But that's all he knew, so he didn't know where Sita was. And so he performed the last rites for Jatayu. And this is a situation now he's with Sugriva, asking how they can help, and he sent one. So at this point, remember, Sampati came in, right? He came in and they were fasting till death. We broke off a little bit then. And, he's a vulture. So what do you think? He saw some people fasting till death. My lucky day. And when the Varanas saw Sampati, they looked up and they thought, oh my God. Said, what an omen, what a way to go. And then Angad says, I'm going as a failure just like Jatayu did. Jatayu lost the battle with Ravan. And when Sampati heard that, he froze. And then when he came back to external consciousness, he says, Jatayu's my brother, what are you talking about? And so they told him what had happened. And so, Sampati was lamenting like anything. And then what had happened is that Sampati had got a benediction from one sage. I'll just cut off a little bit more. Is that Sampati was they were two young vultures, and they were flying towards the sun. They wanted to enter into the sun planet. But then it started to get a bit hot. So Sampati put his wing around Jatayu to protect him, and the sun burnt his wing, so he didn't have a wing, and he fell to the floor. And he was lamenting, and this sage came along. He says, "Don't worry, this is actually a benediction in disguise." He says that at some point in the future, you will have an opportunity to serve Lord Ramachandra, and that'll be the perfection of your life. So Sampati was somewhat satisfied with that. And then they explained to Sampati that they didn't know where. So Sampati realized that this is they explained to Sampati, we don't know where Sita is, can you help us? And then Sampati realized this sage had given him a benediction, so this is my chance to do some service. Like in the temple when somebody says, "Do you want to wash the pots?" We should think, wow, some opportunity to render service, right? We should jump at service. And so Sampati, he explained it. He rose up, he said, "Sita's there." And he pointed to Lanka. And so all the Varanas, they'd been, falling out, they were miserable, they thought the whole thing was a failure, and they become separated. They were all disunited. And so the moral of this story is that, if we take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then even reversals actually turn out to be actually a benediction. This is integrity, this is communal integrity, right? There's individual integrity. We follow what our values are. And communal integrity means that we have values which are common to the society or common to the group. And so the thing is that when we actually work together, there may be so many difficulties, even reversals, big reversals like Angad experience and the other Varanas experience. Eventually, if we have faith, Krishna works things out. All right? He always works things out. We just have to be patient. Patient and sincere. And so everything at that point was, everybody lived ever after. Yeah? No. But at least there was some, relief. And when things like this happen, what happens to our faith? What happens to our faith? It's increased, right? Faith increases. So no pain, no gain. It's quite a long story and it's quite involved. But basically, the same within the movement, there are so many reversals. Srila Prabhupada went through so many reversals. But he showed the same integrity as Lord Ramachandra. What was that integrity? What was Prabhupada's integrity? He'd been given an instruction. That instruction was, what was that instruction? Can anybody tell me? To what? To preach in the West, to preach to the English-speaking world. He was told this when he entered he was, Naran was it, his friend. He was a school friend of Prabhupada. Prabhupada was just a young married man at that time, maybe 23, something like that. And I think it's Naran, his friend, is that the right name? Naran, he kept pestering Prabhupada to go and see this wonderful sadhu. But Prabhupada's experience of sadhu wasn't wonderful. You know, his experience of sadhu was his father used to invite so many sadhus to his house and feed them. That's the duty of a grihastha. And so, but he saw that these sadhus, actually, they're not real sadhus. They're doing so much cheating. And so when he was asked by Naran to go and see this sadhu, not another one, I've had enough, you know. But he said he literally pulled me there. And so he went before the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur it was, in the Gaudiya Math in Calcutta. And they paid their prostrate obeisances. And just as before they even got up, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said to him, "You are two educated young men. You should speak this philosophy, or teach this philosophy of Krishna consciousness to the English-speaking world." And Prabhupada was surprised. He thought, he doesn't even know me. And he said, but he actually was the most intelligent of the young men. He was like the group leader. And he wasn't shy to ask questions. He says, "Who will hear your Lord Chaitanya's message? We're an occupied country." And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, "This message is too important to worry about that. Occupied or not occupied. If this message is spoken, it will take effect." And anyway, when Prabhupada came away from that meeting, Naran said to him, "So what do you think? What do you think to the sadhu?" And Prabhupada said, "I met a very nice, saintly person." And from that day on, he actually saw him as his spiritual master. And of course, it was about 12 years later, he actually took initiation. But he never thought of that instruction. And then just before Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur left this world, he wrote a letter to him. Prabhupada wrote a letter. "I'm just a grihastha. I cannot serve you like the brahmacharis and the sannyasis in the mat. They are doing so much service. Please give me some service to do. Please tell me how I can serve you." And he said the same thing he wrote. "You preach in English to the Western world, the English-speaking world. If you follow this instruction, it will do good for them and it will do good for you." And so Prabhupada, he was, I don't know how old he would be then, probably going up for 30 or something like that. And he didn't do it. And he used to condemn himself that he didn't do it straight away. But apparently he was materially attached to raising the family and doing so many things. But then at some point in his life, Krishna, because he was integral with Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's instruction, he was given opportunity to preach in the West. Everything was arranged. And this is what Krishna does. If we're sincere, he'll arrange everything. The things which are giving us so many problems, the things which are obstacles, they're nothing for Krishna. They're a big thing for us. We just have to remain focused, sincere, up, down, whatever. And eventually Krishna will give us the right opportunities and the right directions. And so Prabhupada was given an opportunity to leave that situation in married life. Then he was given an opportunity, he was told to take sannyas by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and by his godbrother Keshava Maharaj. And then he was given an opportunity to travel, and he came to the West. And when he got to the West, success, yes, right, no. He got off the boat in Boston Pier Harbour with Captain Pandya, and he went round the town, and he came back, and he wrote a poem, Marking Bhagavat Dham. I can't remember all the poem, but he says, "My dear Lord Krishna, everybody in this city is, so take one piece of rice. Is it done? All the rice is done. You can understand this is what America's like. Is everybody's absorbed in the mode of passion and ignorance. They won't be able to hear this message of yours. How can I preach to them? Eventually he said, my name, you've given me the name Bhakti Vedanta. Bhakti, devotion. Vedanta. Anta is the end of my name. I am actually supposed to give the conclusion of all the Vedanta Bhakti. I'm supposed to preach that. He said, now you can give me you can empower me to do that. You can fulfill the purport of my name. So I'm just a puppet. Remember this. So make me dance. Make me dance. Oh Lord, make me dance as you wish. So this is the mode of preaching. We should think we can't do anything. Because we can't. In the beginning, we can do so much. Yeah. We're going to have the whole of Manchester, Krishna conscious, in a week. And we don't need any help. And after a week, we think, maybe 2 weeks. But then after a while, we think, phew. That's good, actually. Then we can take shelter of Krishna. And when we realise that, Krishna's doing everything, we just have to toddle along, making an effort. Big effort for us. That keeps us engaged. That keeps us busy. That keeps us out of trouble. So, we don't have to do much, do we? We just have to do what Prabhupada said. If you want to please me, what did he say? Distribute my books. We can all do it. We just book table, right? Nice fancy display. Mataji's are good at that. Flowers, incense, a little bit of incense burning, pictures, a little bit of kirtan in the background. You can put your players here, Hare Krishna player. 2 tables. The more you show, the more you sell. You just stand here, just a couple of you, and people walk over. Walk over. They're amazed. What's going on? And then you just answer the questions. And then you take the books. And then we feel like, wow, this is such a taste. We feel so ecstatic. We're going to be helping somebody for the first time in their life, first time in millions of lives they've had a chance to take up spiritual life. And Krishna's put us on the cutting edge. So we should feel like that. There was one brahmachari, he was in the temple in Seattle for 1 year, 1 whole year. And then something happened, but they hadn't got a temple president. And so everybody in the temple voted him to be temple president after a year. And he didn't, he was like completely lost. And so, anyway, they won't let him out off the hook, he had to do it. And so he even wrote to Prabhupada, he said, Prabhupada, they put me in this position, I haven't a clue what to do. And so Prabhupada wrote back and he said, that's good. He says, that's good. He said you should think the whole project will collapse unless Krishna helps you. Okay? So thank you for listening. We've got a minute to go. Is there any last minute questions? Any comments? Okay. So everybody's completely satisfied, right? Okay, thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki.
So let us express our gratitude to His Holiness Dayananda Maharaj by loudly chanting one Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much, Maharaj. So now our children are going to recite the entire Ramayana in one verse. And also they're going to recite some of the verses they have by hearted from Bhagavad Gita. So Hare Krishna, children, they can come now. Stand there. This will be, they will be. But this one they will probably. One second. Where are they standing? Hare Krishna. Where are they standing?
On chair, on chair. Get on chair. Long press.
Hare Krishna. Give them a big round of applause. Well, thank you so much, children. Bolo Sri Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki. Thank you so much. Please kindly take your seats now. So, Hare Krishna. Now, our Desi song students, they are doing a wonderful drama headed by our Aryan Prabhu. You can see here there is boat ready. So I'll hand over to our Aryan Prabhu and team. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna, we humbly request everyone to be quiet and enjoy the drama. Thank you so much for your kind attention.
When Lord Ramachandra was ordered by his father, King Dasharatha, to go into exile for 14 years in the forest at the unjust request of his mother, Kaikeyi, while roaming, he arrived at the banks of the Ganga along with his wife, Sita, brother Lakshman, and his dear friend, Nishad Raj Guha.
Ah, Mother Ganga, perhaps the only source of joy I have seen in the past few days. Sita, my dear wife, Lakshman, come, let us offer our obeisances to Mother Ganga. Oh, Mother Ganga, you immediately destroy all sins and miseries. You bestow ultimate happiness and supreme liberation. For you are the ultimate shelter for all. My dear friend, I now insist that you please go back home. You have been serving us well for the past couple of days. Now we shall cross the Ganga and find our own way.
My dear Lord, please, I beg you, allow me to accompany you. Please, at least let me arrange for your crossing over the Ganga river. And then, if you so please, I shall go back home.
Lord Sri Ram agreed to the request of Nishad Raj Guha to render this one service unto him. Guha, the king of tribal men, called out for a boatman, Kevant, who lived nearby, to arrange for his boat to help the Lord cross over.
Rama Rama ratte ratte beetire umariya. O Ram Ram Jaya Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jaya Sita Ram, Ram Ram Jaya Raja Ram, Ram Ram Jaya Sita Ram. अरे जोर से बोलो भाई. राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम, राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम.
Kevard, oh Kevard, look who has arrived to accept your service. Come quickly with your boat.
अरे बाबा आ रहा हूँ, coming. He's shouting as if the Supreme Lord Ram has come himself. Huh? Shri Ram, Ma Sita, Bhaiya Lakshman, here in my village. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Patayena. My Lord, my great fortune that I have gotten your darshan today. Please, what order do you have for this servant?
Kevard, the Lord desires to cross over the Ganga. Please now arrange for your boat so he can cross the Ganga seamlessly with Mother Sita and Bhaiya Lakshman.
The boatman, Kevant, although he seemed to be very naive, innocent, and unassuming, was actually a very, very intelligent devotee of Lord Ram. He realized that the Lord's arrival was a golden opportunity for him. He did not want to simply let go of this opportunity so quickly. So he thought,
Even after millions, and trillions of lifetimes, even the greatest impersonalists are not able to get this opportunity that I have so seamlessly received today. To see the Lord in his personal form, as he is, with my very own eyes. For a low-born person to receive such a great blessing is indeed the causeless mercy of Sri Ram. Arey, he who measured the whole universe in 3 steps needs my help to cross over the Ganga? Ha! Impossible. His arrival here is not by chance. He has surely indicated to me to take great advantage of this opportunity. I must not let go of it so easily. But I must be very careful, for any direct approach will definitely be rejected by the Lord in consideration of social etiquette. My dear Lord, I am indeed very fortunate that you are giving me this opportunity to serve you. But unfortunately, I am unable to render this service to you today.
My dear boatman, why do you say so? What is the problem?
Your lotus feet, my dear Lord, your lotus feet. It is these 2 feet that give me a lot of fear. Although the scriptures glorify your lotus feet and exclaim that anyone who takes shelter of them is rendered fearless and free from anxiety. Aho, Durdai. But look at my misfortune. It is these very lotus feet that are giving me great anxiety and putting me in great fear.
You brat! How dare you speak in this manner about the lotus feet of my brother Shri Ram? It is these very feet that Brahma, Indra and Shiva desire to place upon their heads. And you say that they cause fear to you. You had better explain yourself, or else I shall.
Lakshman, allow him to explain himself.
Forgive me, O Lord. It is not my words, but the words of others. मैं नहीं, ऐसा कहते हैं सब लोग.
What do they say?
ऐसा कहते हैं सब लोग कि जादू भरी बदरज है तुम्हारी. इस बदरज का स्पर्श हुआ तो मौन शिला बनी सुंदर नारी. मेरे पास है बस एक नैया.
I know your secret, my dear Lord. It is said that the dust from your lotus feet possesses a mystical quality that can turn inanimate objects into human beings. My dear Lord, I have heard that once, by the touch of the dust of your lotus feet, an ordinary stone turned into a beautiful woman. Ahalya! My dear Lord, that was an ordinary stone. This is but a simple boat made out of wood. If you step on this and this boat also turns into a beautiful woman, then it will be a great danger for my poor self. This boat supports my entire family and I know no other trade. I tell you very honestly, my dear Lord, now that my wife is not here, it is not at all easy to maintain even one wife. What to speak of then maintaining 2 wives?
Hearing the words of the boatman, Lord Ram understood that his devotee was well utilizing this golden opportunity, and he decided to participate too.
This seems to be a valid concern. Okay then, Keva, you have identified the problem. Now you tell me what the solution is.
My dear Lord, the solution is very simple. If you allow me, I will first wash your 2 lotus feet, and then I shall drink the water myself. If anything happens to me, then everyone will know that your lotus feet are indeed magical, and no boatman will ever help you. But if nothing happens to me, then I will most gladly help you cross over the Ganga. Let Lakshman shoot me with his arrows if he wishes. But until I have washed your feet, O gracious Lord of Tulsidas, I will not ferry you across.
What do you think, O dear Sita, of the solution of this boatman?
My lord, it is actually sometimes even very difficult for me to comprehend the dealings between you and your dear devotees. You are eternally independent, yet bound by love. Please, fulfill his desire.
All right, so be it. Do whatever you need to protect your boat. Bring water immediately and wash my feet.
The same gracious Lord, whose name alone helps men cross the vast ocean of worldly existence, and for whose 3 strides the universe was too small, thus entreats an ordinary boatman. Though bewildered by the Lord's words, the celestial river Ganga rejoiced at the sight of his toenails. Hearing these words, Gabriel became ecstatic and immediately ran to fetch a bowl of water, seated Lord Ram, and began to wash his feet. After having washed them, he dried them with his own cloth and drank the water. The demigods, raining flowers upon him, envied his fortune and declared that none was as meritorious as he. Having washed the Lord's feet and drunk the water in which they had been immersed, the ferryman thereby delivered the souls of his deceased ancestors from the cycle of rebirth. He then joyfully ferried the Lord across the Ganga. Stepping off the boat, Mother Sita and Lord Ram stood on the sands of the Ganga along with Lakshmana. The ferryman also disembarked and prostrated before the Lord, who felt uneasy about not having given him anything. Mother Sita, understanding her beloved's thought, cheerfully took off her jewel ring. The gracious Lord said,
Here, take your toll.
Hearing this, the boatman clasped his feet in distress and said,
No, my dear Lord. I cannot accept this fare. We may be simple people, but we know how to charge according to the customer. From the poor, we take little. From those who can give more, we take accordingly. How can I accept this ring from you? It would be a great loss for me. The fare you must give me is far greater than this.
My dear boatman, had you asked for a higher fare before my exile, I would have gladly given you more. But now I am but a forest dweller. This ring is all I possess to offer you. Still, tell me, what is your fare?
Hearing this, the boatman's eyes were filled with tears as he said,
I am but an ordinary servant of these rivers, canals, and small waters. But you are the master of the ocean of worldly existence, Bhavasagar. Today, as you have come to my bank, I help you cross this simple river. My dear Lord, promise me that when I come to the shore of that great ocean, you will help me cross over. That alone will be my true faith.
Hearing the words of this very intelligent devotee, the Lord of the Raghus, Sri Ramachandra, smiled and assured the boatman that he would soon be delivered from the ocean of worldly existence. He declared,
My dear boatman, I promise you, not only you, but those who take birth in your future generations, and even those who have been your ancestors, will be personally delivered by me. I also award to you unconditional, ecstatic love of God toward my lotus feet. At the end of this life, you shall attain that eternal abode of mine from which no one returns.
Hearing these words, the boatman wept in ecstasy and repeatedly offered obeisances to Sri Ram. Just as they were about to leave, Mother Sita requested the Lord to wait for a few moments as she wished to offer prayers to Ganga Devi.
My dear Lord, please wait a few moments. I wish to offer prayers to the celestial river that has originated from the soles of the lotus feet of Sri Vishnu. O Mother, please fulfill my desire that I may return with my husband and his younger brother to worship you after 14 years of exile on our way back to Ayodhya.
Being worshipped by the mother of all creation, Ganga Devi felt greatly fortunate and ecstatic. She appeared before Mother Sita and spoke the following words.
Listen, O my lady, beloved consort of Sri Ram, who in this world is unaware of your glory. By your mild plans, people attain heavenly mercy, and all supernatural powers stand ready in reverence. By offering even a humble prayer unto me, you have greatly exhausted me. Yet, O venerable lady, I must bless you, if only to honor my words. You shall safely return to Ayodhya with your beloved Lord and his younger brother. Every desire of your heart will be fulfilled, and your radiant glory will spread throughout the world.
Mother Sita was delighted to hear the blessings and favorable words of the goddess Ganga. In this way, having received her blessings, Lord Ram, Mother Sita, and Lakshman continued their journey into the forest. Bolo Siyaval Ramachandra ki Jai!
Arigato.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear devotees, for so patiently watching our drama. Can I have a huge round of applause for the whole team? You were very good. Lord Ramachandra's character is played by our Raj Prabhu. Mother Sita is Vinita Mataji. And our Raghav Prabhu is playing the role of Bhaiya Lakshman. And Sabha Prabhu in the role of Ruha and Sneha Mataji for Mother Ganga. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you so much.
He does not think this is a good situation or a bad situation. Krishna says the Sutta Pragya's mind is not disturbed by the miseries. We all suffer from threefold misery.
Hare Krishna. So let's express our gratitude by chanting one loud Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So now I think our Matajis are going to sing a bhajan. Hare Krishna.
Translation. May my mind pray to compassionate Sri Ram, the destroyer of the fears of life and death. With eyes, face and feet are like blooming crimson lotuses. Sri Ram, Sri Ram. Glory to Sri Ram with boundless splendor exceeding innumerable cupids. He is like a newly formed beautiful fresh blue cloud. His yellow robe appears like lightning. The groom of Sita Ji, daughter of King Janak. Sri Ram, Sri Ram. I bow to the Lord of the sun, friends to the needy, destroyer of demons, son of Raghuvanshi dynasty, who is bliss, son of Kaushalya and Dashratha. Sri Ram, Sri Ram. The one with the crown on his head, adorned with earrings, a tilak on his forehead. His body is decorated with ornaments. He holds a bow and arrow and defeated Khar and Dushan in a fierce battle. Sri Ram, Sri Ram. Tulsi Das Ji says, O my beloved Sri Ram, the charmer of Lordship, Sri Shesh and saints, please reside in my heart so that all my worldly desires and vices can be destroyed. Sri Ram, Sri Ram.
सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की
Hare Krishna. Oh, Jai Shri Ram. Siyavar Ramchandra Bhagavan ki. Shri Ram Lakshman Sita Hanuman ki. Okay. Thank you everyone for taking the time and the effort to be here. So nice to see all of you very nicely dressed. It's like a big family coming together and having a home celebration and having prasad at the end. So ISKCON is a learning organization, and how appropriate it is for us to come to the school and do program and spiritualize and generate a lot of sound vibration here. When we celebrated Lord Nityananda Triyodashi here a few weeks ago, we as a temple congregation took a commitment, and we said to ourselves that we will distribute 25 sets of Sri Chaitanya Chaitamrita. And how did we do? Any guesses? 15? Any more? Yes! We met our goal of 25 Sri Chaitanya Chaitamrita sets. Thank you to everyone who contributed, and we have a winner. One person who did the maximum sets by himself. Any guesses? You'd be surprised. Dayanand Maharaj, please would you come to the stage? And announce the name.
So the person who did the most Chaitanya Charitamrita, 4 sets of Chaitanya Charitamrita, amazing, is Gaura Nataraj Prabhu ki! So we're going to give him a prize of Nam Ramayan. I don't know how he finds the time. Gaura Nataraj Prabhu ki! Gaura Premanandi! The Harinam Sankirtan ki!
Thank you, Maharaj. So this little book, Nam Ramayan, is 108 verses, entire Ramayana. If you want a copy for yourself, you don't have to distribute 4 sets of Chaitanya Charitamrita. You can come to the shop and have a copy for yourself. Okay. After the CC campaign, it's called the Be a Gardener campaign. We are now entering the Bhadra campaign, where we will come and talk to you about how we are planning to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam sets now until the Bhadra Purnima in September, October. And what is our goal this year? 60. Anybody? 60. We did 41 last year, so what should our goal be? 60. 50? 60. 100? How many are you doing? Okay, as a temple, we've committed to doing 60 sets in the 60th year of ISKCON. So, do you think it's doable? Say big Haribol! Okay, everybody who said Haribol, 1 set each. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Hand over to Gauranath.
Hare Krishna. So dear devotees, thank you so much everyone for being with us today. I can see so many of you have made time to be here. Really, really pleased. Wish you all a very, very happy Ram Navami. And our special thanks to all the volunteers who worked behind the scenes and who are still working behind the scenes. let's express our gratitude by chanting one loud Hare Krishna mantra to all the volunteers. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So as a charity organization, we always depend on generous donations. We have one anonymous donor who had donated some Lakshmi, and we are still short of some amount. If you are feeling generous on this special day, there is a cash machine over there, payment machine there, sum up. You can just use your card and give a little donation, which would be much appreciated. If you are giving cash, you can come and see me. Thank you so much. And let's chant for his spiritual benefit, this anonymous donor. Please chant one loud Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Also, we do Sunday program and other festivals on a regular basis. Every Sunday there is a program in our temple. So please, if you are coming here first time and if you would like to come and attend our Sunday program, you're more than welcome. You can come and see one of our devotees. And there is a QR code displayed as well. You can join our temple WhatsApp group. Really appreciate. And we also conduct regular courses. Say, for example, our Dayananda Maharaj is doing Bhakti Shastri course, a Shastric systematic study course. You can also join that. So there is one announcement regarding London Rath Yatra happening on the 24th May, which is a Sunday. Every year we take a couple of coaches and we attend this Rath Yatra very nicely. This year also devotees have already booked the coaches for all of you. And the seats booking, the coach booking is available on our website this time. ISKCONManchester.com. Just let you know that, and our Yamuna Vilas Prabhu will make a proper announcement next Sunday. But it will be nice, very nice to go along with the devotees. So please make a note, and to avoid disappointment, we would humbly request you book your place sooner rather than later. Thank you. And I was told that there are designated volunteers for serving prasadam. I know that most of the devotees want to go and serve prasadam, which will be much appreciated. But I was told that there are designated devotees. So please don't go and serve prasadam. They are already there. But if you want to offer some service, you can see Radha Vinod Prabhu, Sapan Prabhu, Rajkumar Prabhu, Madhav Kumar Prabhu, or myself. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. Now, we have a special guest as well, is Grace Raghupati Prabhu, all the way from Birmingham. He's not guest, he's part of the family because he's been coming here. And so this is also, we are really blessed. We have a wonderful association of His Holiness Maharaj, and also our Raghupati Prabhu as well. So he's going to lead the final Kirtan today. Please enjoy. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna. Can everyone please stand up? This is a standing kirtan. Hare Krishna.
आगे आ जाओ।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम जय रघुनंदन जय राम जय रघुनंदन जय सिया जय रघुनंदन जय सिया जय रघुनंदन जय राजा राम जय रघुनंदन जय सिया रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन जय रघुनंदन जय राजा राम जय रघुनंदन जय सिया रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन जय सीताराम जय सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम जय सीताराम जय सीताराम जय सीताराम जय सीताराम सीताराम जय जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा Jai Sitaram, Krishna Jai Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Gauranita, 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 Jaya Gauranita, 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 Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada,